So for ceremonies, I'm using the Prime Go by Denon. This is Denon DJ's Prime Go. It's a standalone unit. It is very portable. It's battery powered. Although I don't use it for battery, I usually have it plugged up during the ceremony because why leave anything to chance for a big day? And the way I utilize it is I'll take a couple, take Sam and Emily for example. I'll load all their ceremony music onto the hard drive here. So I set everything up in subcategories, subfolders. There's a cocktail music. This is all the music they've chosen for the cocktail. And usually I just use this controller just for ceremonies. I have a separate controller for the actual dinner and dancing portion of the evening. So this enables me to have one setup. I don't have to transport my ceremony rig into the reception area or use my rig for my reception. In the ceremony area, I like to maintain two separate units. The little unit has two microphone inputs, and that is clutch for me because in addition to the two microphone inputs, my eVerse 8 speaker that I use also has two inputs for microphones. So that gives me four microphones. Do I need four? No, but sometimes I need three microphones because I'll have a bride and groom that insists to be mic'd up in addition to the officiant. So that's two microphones, one for the officiant and one for the bride and groom to exchange their vows. They'll insist on that. And then I'll have a reader and or singer. So in some weddings I have up to three microphones that I'm using. So having four microphone inputs, two in this unit and two in my speakers, is clutch. And this is the reason that I don't just use an iPad or my laptop for ceremony, because I got two microphones inputs in my speaker that I use. So having a unit that has additional microphone inputs helps out. I know you could say, you could have them pass microphones. Once the officiant is done with his microphone, he can give it to the reader or the singer, or they can have it before him or vice versa. But having the flexibility to have everyone have their own microphone sometimes is clutch. You may have couples who have issues with sharing microphones due to COVID, or maybe they're germaphobe or whatever it is. So this is why I use a separate unit. It's not much more gear to pack. It's very small. It fits in a backpack. I set it up on a stand. I'll show you that, guys, in another video. And it's easy. It's battery powered. The mic sounds pretty good. And if I need to do some DJing, I still got full flexibility of hot cues, loops. I've got effects. I've got my EQs here. I've got play, and this thing is really responsive. Do you see how responsive that is to the jog wheel? So, boom. That's it. Scroll through my library. It's touchscreen. Scroll through. Use the jog wheel knob, whatever they call that. So it's very responsive, and the battery lasts up to 4 hours. This is the big brother to the Denon 4, the Prime Go, rather. Actually, it's not the big brother as large as it is. It's the parent. So this is the mothership. This is the flagship controller for Denon. This is what I use for my weddings, not bar gigs. This is what I use for my weddings. This is a 4-channel controller versus the 2 channels on the Prime Go. The Prime 4 Plus is a 4-channel controller. And the reason I like a 4-channel for my main gig is, although I'm only mixing on 2 channels, I'll use channel 4 or one of the channels as a playlist channel, I like to call it. So what I'll do is, let me get rid of this song here. I go shift and unload the 4. I will go, I hit view, my music catalog pulls up. Let's go into something. Let's go into, I don't know. Let's go back to Sam and Emily. Let's say Sam and Emily cocktail. If I'm going to play a playlist for cocktail, and sometimes I live mix and sometimes I do a playlist depending on how much time I have and the couple's needs and desires. So let's say I'm going to do a playlist of their cocktail music. I simply load up the first song. Let's do channel 4. Okay, we'll hit play. Song is playing on channel 4, and the way we do a playlist is we go to continuous. It's already engaged, but we go continuous, X out of there, and once the song comes to an end, I'll just stop and scroll to the end of the song as if it played. And once we get to the end of the song, it should loop to the very next song in the playlist. Let's see. Okay, song is over, and now we're at the next song, Faith Hill Breathe. And if we scroll through that really quickly, and it should again go to the next song in the playlist. Yep, there we go. So I'll normally use channel 4 as my playlist channel. I'm mixing on channels 1 and 2, and channel 3 I rarely use unless I'm doing like if I'm mixing 3 songs, which is rare for weddings. The other good thing about this unit is there is a zone out option, a zone to a separate playlist. And what that is let's say I'm having a corporate event and I've got everyone in the main room, they're listening to dinner music. Let's say I've got a dinner playlist on channel 4 going, and let's say in a separate breakout room, they're having a conference and they want a little background music too. Well, I can set the zone out, hit that zone out button, and shoot music to a separate room on a separate speaker. Now you have 2 options. You either have to run a really long XLR cable from the unit, from the zone output to your speaker, or you can use a wireless device. I tend to use a wireless device. I use the X5 or some other dongle to communicate between the device, the zone output, and the speaker that's in a separate room. So I can have a totally separate playlist in an auxiliary room than what's playing in the main room through my zone output there. And that's typically my workflow. The other thing is that I love about the Denon Prime 4 is being a standalone unit. Both units are standalone units. You do not need a computer. So all of my music is stored on my hard drive. Stop that there. There's an internal hard drive on the unit where you can dump all your music into, and for the request, for those special requests that you may have, you can stream. You can stream music through various platforms. You can stream, you go to your source. This is the Prime 4 internal hard drive that I have all my music on. You can stream music from your Dropbox. You can stream from Tidal, SoundCloud, BeatSource, Beatport, Amazon Music, or Apple Music. And the way I use that in the function is I typically don't rely on streamed music. I use it for a request that I may get that I don't have in my library already. So it's rare that I use the streaming services, or sometimes I just think of a song and I don't feel like digging through my library. It takes a little bit of time to download. Let's just do it. Let's say I want, I'll do a search for, let's say, and it's just to show you guys how long it takes for a song to download with good Wi-Fi, obviously. Let's do, I don't know, let's do Hip Hop Hooray. Hip Hop Hooray. Like, why did he choose that song? All right, so boom. Here it is there, Hip Hop Hooray. And let's see how long it takes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It took about 6 seconds by my count to download Hip Hop Hooray. And you can imagine how useful that could be at an event. Let's say you forget to download a song, first dance song, and you're in that moment, and the bride is gonna be pissed off if you don't have that song. You don't know how you forgot it, but in 6 seconds you can just quickly download it from a stream service, play it, and save the day.